to Wicked Little Secrets Tarot.
This week we are bringing you a shadow
and light read.
Yeah, shadow and light read.
She's going to read your light side. I'm going to read your shadow side.
Yep. And these are timeless, so literally whenever you click on this video, whenever Spirit says it's time for you to watch this one, that's when you're meant to hear the message. So as always, we will have the timestamps underneath the description box down below. I don't know what I'm supposed to say there.
Let's roll with it.
Nice.
So pile 1, 2,
3, and 4. For a second, honestly, I thought you forgot how to count. Nice.
Here, it was being nice letting you speak a little bit. You thought I had forgotten how to count.
I know, that's so funny.
I swear I can count past 2.
Alright, so for those of you who do like crystals, though, pile number 1 has a lapis lazuli, pile number 2 has a smoky quartz, pile 3 has a purple quartz, and pile number 4 has a...
Is that chevron
fluorite.
amethyst? I think
it
that's
was just an amethyst.
I think it's chevron amethyst. You can tell by the patterning on it.
Oh, chevron amethyst.
I think. Don't quote me.
We have a purple quartz. I think it all has about the same energy.
And rainbow fluorite.
And rainbow fluorite.
I'll look it up in a minute.
Yeah, we'll do that when we edit. Nice. All right, y'all. We will see you at your pile selections and look forward to giving your messages.
All right, pile 1. You get Distant Dream. The distance calls your heart to roam free. As you dare to dream it, so must it be.
Oh, I like that.
Isn't that cute?
Yeah.
You
should
should
put it in here.
sit it there. I don't care if you touch those ones. I'm picky about touching my cards. Some people aren't. I just am. All right, Artificial Heart. Addicted. I've just given up on showing, really.
Yeah, it's cool.
A lot of readers don't. Gilded Regret. And Fated to Suffer. All right. All right. So, pile number 1. We seem to be hanging on to something from the past. It's almost become like an addiction, whatever this thing is that we're dwelling on. So, and this is making you feel like that this is the way your life is meant to be, that you're suffering for a reason, that there's a cause behind it. Yeah, I'm just seeing a lot of holding on to something you shouldn't be holding on to. You get whatever you choose will be correct. Love the Darkness.
Oh, I like the card.
And what can you let go of? So, again, this is referencing that's something that you're holding on to that you just need to purge from. It's nothing you've been through in life you're meant to hold on to forever, especially the traumatic things. So we have to really learn to let go of them. You're not fated to suffer. That's not what your life plan was meant to be. It was just supposed to be a lesson.
Well, none of us are born to pay bills and die.
No, very true. Listening. Wishing. And forbidden. And I think for some of you, with the forbidden card coming in, it's a path that you're told you're not allowed to be on, whether it be religious or maybe someone you loved that was forbidden to you. By family, friends.
Maybe it was an idea of someone.
Just something that made it taboo. And you got to let go of it. And you get She Who Knows. It's wisdom, clarity, and resolution. And then you got She Who Stands. Resolute, impeccable, and determined. So there's a large part of you that knows that hanging on to this thing is not healthy for you. Again, to the point where it's become an addiction. Our thoughts constantly wander to it. Choices we make now are in reference to it. maybe constantly comparing the person you're with now with that person that was forbidden to you that you couldn't have.
We're trying to change someone to like. I do it too.
Anyway, yeah. So there's things in your life you need to purge: thoughts, memories, expectations of yourself, others' expectations of you.
That could be toxic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very much time to purge them. So you need to figure out what those are and shoo them away.
Also picking up on a lot of Taurus energy. It's just what popped in my head. A lot of pride, a lot of stubborn Taurus energy coming through. So maybe the person who you're thinking of as a Taurus, maybe you're a Taurus. Maybe that's your moon star rising sign, but definitely a lot of Taurus energy coming through.
Yeah. I really do feel with the wishing though and the forbidden next to each other that for some of you it really is like maybe the one that got away type scenario. And there's a lot of wishing and thinking on what your life would have been like if you had not followed through with not being with this person. Too many what ifs in life to live your life with the what ifs.
Yeah.
You know?
I've never feeling so burdened too.
Yeah.
Yeah. What popped in my head too, especially with the wishing next to the forbidden, is maybe for and this is not for everyone. I think this is for like 2 of you out there. But maybe that there's some sort of like sexual fetish kink.
Oh.
That you're
that
really
you're
wanting
of?
to do. Yeah. I mean, I recently found out that smushing videos was a thing. I don't even know if we could say this right now on this channel, but we're doing it because it did. But yeah, I mean, the thing is we definitely have those things that make us happy. So maybe what it is what we're needing to release on that is everyone has their thing. Yeah, everyone has their kink. As long as you're not hurting anyone.
Whatever floats your goat, dude.
Yeah, I agree. So I feel like her eyeballs are piercing my eyes. Right into my soul.
I feel like they're both like masked.
Yeah. Like hiding.
Yeah.
But
like
still,
they have
gazing.
that blank face that tells you nothing. Very good poker faces on these 2 ladies right here.
Yes.
But their eyes say a lot.
I agree. Okay, so we got the death card, so changes. Inception, so pre-manifestation, definitely goes with the knowing.
Yeah.
And the Lover's divine union. Okay. So yeah, I think this is really just what I was picking up on before when Kristi was reading her cards. I gotta stop calling Kristi. When Christine was reading her card.
Oh, that sounds so stuffy.
I know, it's honestly, it
you
sounds
can call
like
me Kristi in the videos.
Okay.
I don't care. You're my friend. You get to call me that.
It feels like you're in trouble and I'm using the bad name. Okay, cool. So, yeah, it's really just what I was picking up on before as Kristi was reading her cards is, for some of you, this is really about relationship status stuff. And that there are definitely some changes that are coming, or have already happened, like we're already living it. And I know that anytime we talk tarot, we get the death card and people are like, oh, you little tarot.
I'm gonna die.
Right,
No.
but really it's complete renewal, transformation, total overhaul, transitioning's finished, it's over, and change. Especially with that it's over, resonating, it's over, it's over, it's over. For some of you, maybe what this thing is there is something that you do need to walk away from, and you already know that like it's gonna be the best thing for you, but it's time. Is what this is saying. Pre-manifestation, there's already a plan in place, and that's where it really just comes back to wanting to already knowing, like there's already that knowing that's definitely there. And then of course talking about the Lover's card, you know, typically that's going to be like romance, harmony, things like that, but for some of you I am picking up on just more of like a new beginnings kind of thing. So it doesn't always have to be about love or anything like that, but I definitely do feel that there is a big change that's either coming for you or already here, and that it's going to be like one of those like deep life-changing ones. It's medicine. It's going to be really, really good is what I'm seeing. We also got Void, of course, Moon. So nothing will come of this situation. I did not pre-look at any of these cards, but you got full moon in Taurus. Your dreams need a practical plan. And then nothing is yet set in motion. or nothing is yet set in stone. So yeah, really, this is just speaking to the same energy. So when we talk about nothing will come of the situation, this is the air of staying where we are. For a lot of you out there, group number 1, what I'm really picking up on is that there's like this stagnant energy where we just feel stuck. Like the image that's in my head is like cement, or we're just stuck where we are.
That addiction card too,
Exactly.
where you're so used to being there that what is your life without it?
Right. If I let this go, what else do I have?
Yeah.
But there's a big part of you that's ready for this transition and ready to move on to that next thing and have that big growth moment. Especially with this Taurus energy. I know I talked about that before, but I really do feel, maybe a lot of you are Tauruses, or that it's just that Taurus energy that's going to be coming through, that's going to help just once, and this is really what I'm picking up for a lot of you, is once this plan is in place, there's no stopping you. Your mind is made up. We're done. We're out of there, which is a good thing. And with the mutable moon, when this card pops up in a reading, typically what this is saying is sometimes when we're in that stuck place where we're just feeling like we're stagnant, we're addicted to it, we just can't move to that next thing, and we have that anxiety in the back of our head saying, well, nothing's going to change anyway.
Yeah.
It's always going to be this way. What this is saying is nothing is yet set in stone. And typically when this pops up in a reading is when there is a lot of anxiety around something, but it's a very comforting message in that destiny, there are definitely some things, right? But nothing is set in stone. So you have the ability to manifest and make these changes.
Yes, not fated to suffer.
Exactly.
Which is what some of you feel like your life is meant to be, and it's not.
It's not. No one's life is meant to literally be here just to feel down and abused and pay bills and die. Ain't nobody want to do that. You also got 4th house energy, which is roots. So again, down to your soul. I really do feel that this change is going to be right down to your soul. You also got moon, which is the soul card. So this change, this shift, this idea of a plan, once you put into place, this is going to literally shake everything up for the better for you. You just want to make sure you have that plan. Just make sure you have that plan in place and that you're ready to go. You also did get versatility. You're strong. You are so strong, group number 1. For some of you, what I'm really picking up on is that it goes back to the addiction, everything. You've been through some shit. Like, you have definitely lived through some things, and it has made you stronger. But strength comes with cycle changes and knowing when to walk away. So just because you're strong doesn't mean you always have to be. So allow yourself to move on is the message that's coming through. And we also got get wild. I don't know if y'all can see that because it's holographic, but it's 2 dinosaur heads. Because you need to believe in the impossible and go crazy. For some of you, I feel like you're either newly single or about to be newly single, and you're going to go crazy. And it's okay. I think you should. It's going to be great.
And I think for some of you, it goes back to the fetish thing that Manda was talking about earlier with the just let loose.
Just let it go.
Do what you enjoy.
Yeah.
What goes on behind your bedroom door is nobody's business but yours
and your partner.
And the person you're
as long as they are consenting adults.
Yes.
Okay, so this next card, when I was selecting the piles, this card specifically, I was asking Spirit to give us a message of what the medicine is. What is the thing that we need to be able to get to the next level? And what you got, group number 1, is magnetism. And really what I am feeling, what the message with this is you are going to live what you attract. So if we're in this addicted cycle, this addicted mindset where we're just like, hey, nothing's ever going to change, this is always going to be this way, you need to know that nothing is set in stone, and what you magnetize in is going to be what you're able to get out of it. It goes back to having that practical plan. So once you have that plan in place, that's what you're going to attract, and it's going to be so good for a lot of you. Group number 1, I am just getting this sense of freedom, this immense sense of freedom that's coming through, and it's going to be pretty awesome.
Once you let go of whatever this is that you're hanging on to, But you got the sacrifice card. So what can you let go of?
Yeah.
What do you need to let go of that is stopping the forward progress?
Yeah. And for a lot of you, I'm really picking up on, you already know what it is you need to let go. And if you're watching this video and you're just like, yeah, actually, that doesn't resonate. Like I know where I am and I know that I want to be here. It's just the meat and potatoes of the plan. That just goes back to, your dreams just need a practical plan. That's having it.
And on the flip side of that, if that is you, it could just be that you are focusing too much on that aspect of it.
Yeah, that's
we can install ourselves out simply by over analyzing everything. So maybe take a step back, let spirit and universe and or whatever you call it,
that higher being,
guide you a little bit. Look for those signs.
They're definitely there.
Yeah,
definitely there. Okay, so your rebel card, darling, is, or your you actually got the rebel card because fuck it. You deserve happiness, and for some of you, group number 1, what I'm feeling on is that that hesitation, that being a little bit afraid to break that cycle. What it really comes down to is this era of deserving. I don't deserve to be happy. I don't deserve to move on. Maybe whatever this thing is, you were the cause of it. Let's just be real. Like, for some of you, that's what I'm picking up on. But that doesn't mean that you are not worthy of moving on. It doesn't mean that you are not worthy of breaking the cycle, getting out of that relationship, quitting that job, whatever it is that's holding you back. And
I'm getting a loveless marriage.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of that. A lot of that.
I mean, for some of you that may not resonate, and it may just literally be like,
some of you are just like, no, it's my job,
and things you're holding on to. It could be a plethora of things.
Yeah, when we do these collective readings, so many messages come through.
Just kind of grab the ones that stand out the most.
Yeah, exactly. But the point is, for you, group number 1, whatever it is, rebel, because fuck it.
Well, like I told a good friend of mine, if it's not serving you, so if it's not paying your bills, giving you orgasms, or bringing you joy, let it go.
So if you're not feeding me, fucking me, or is it? I don't remember.
I don't remember what the last one was.
I don't either. But it's just that.
Yeah.
You.
And that goes with thoughts and thoughts about yourself as well.
Yeah. The one last card we have here is just a daily affirmation. And what it says is, I find a deeper meaning in personal growth amid the discomfort. Whatever this thing is, it's not going to feel so good right now. But I promise you it will. It definitely will. All right, group number 1, that was your reading. If this resonated with you, give us a comment down below. Tell us what it is. What is the thing you're going to be walking away from?
If you're willing to talk about it.
If you're willing to talk about it. But as always, we're a big sense of community. So if you feel comfortable with it, we love reading your comments. We love hearing everything that you have to say to us. So like, share, subscribe, all of the YouTube things. Let us know if this is something that you want to see more of. And we'll definitely see you next time. Bye, group number 1. All right, group number 2. No, this was your introduction. I'm sorry, go for it. You did 1 and 2. I did 3 and 4.
Did really? Oh, yeah. All right, group number 2. This is your door. It says, begin here. Do not fear what travel brings. My dear, the moment is yours. Begin now and here.
Aww.
All right. I'm going to go with maybe a little self-discovery. Temple of my body. Revenge. And colorless angel. Okay. All right. So for some of you, we have an issue with body positivity. So someone or something happened in your past that made you insecure. And that's, something we need to work on.
Let's be real, it's just society anymore.
Yeah.
And it's not just like male, female, it's everyone.
As I tell my kids, we're very big on body positivity in our house. Bullies, they're going to find anything and everything to bully you about, and 90% of the time when they're bullying you about something, it's usually a reflection of an insecurity of their own.
Well, hurt people hurt.
Yeah. So I'm going to go with, we're needing a little self-love, you guys. And you got open your arms, make peace with your past, So whatever this person said to you, or whatever the situation was, it's ingrained deeply in you. It's very traumatic for you, I feel.
Like childhood, like it's
Yeah,
deep.
like maybe you were a heavyset child and you were teased by friends, family.
Everyone.
Caused a lot of insecurities. You need to make peace with it and let it go. People's visions of you do not dictate who you are as a person. Your own actions dictate who you are as a person.
Mm-hmm.
You got loyalty. So I think for some of you, very loyal to this person that hurt you, and maybe we should reevaluate that. Invisible. And fulfillment. So for a lot of you, you're compensating in not the right ways to make yourself feel better about this insecurity. So I think you need to just dig a little deeper. You're not invisible. You are seen.
You matter.
You're just waiting for the wrong people to see you. The right people see you already.
Maybe that's what it is too. With this being a deeper seated type thing. Maybe it's a worthiness thing. Like,
I'm
ever
totally
going to be worthy.
Yeah, and a lot of the times when that happens too, we tend to gravitate toward people that validate those feelings. So, let's say that Susie gives you all the attention in the world, but it's Beth you're looking at, because Beth validates that invisible feeling because she doesn't acknowledge you.
Yeah.
So, maybe time to reevaluate. You're not going to find that fulfillment in empty relationships. Then you got she who calms, stillness, purity, and quiet. I think a lot of you are very internalized people, so you don't talk a lot about what's going on. She who nurtures.
Now you're doing it.
Now I'm doing it. She who nurtures empathy, gentleness, and insight. And I think that just goes back to being a little bit kinder with yourself. Whatever the situation was that caused this self-doubt, this horrible body image or personal image, that's not who you are. That person wasn't right. Be a little nicer to yourself, a little more gentle.
It's also okay. Like, it's okay to be gentle with yourself, and it's okay to not look with such a harsh critique.
Okay.
This is what's picking up for me. Okay, so we also got the Four of Coins, which is material attachment.
Ooh, that could be part of where you're compensating.
We also got Champion of Wands, swept off your feet. And Queen of Cups. Ooh, that's a good one. A creative idealist. Okay. All right. So for what I'm picking up on for a lot of you is what Kristi was saying is where we're, because of some of these maybe deeper seated things that we're trying to overcome, we're compensating with. So the Four of Cups really talks about material, saving, be conservative, definitely wanting to hold on to. And actually, the messages that just came through is we're holding more. So for some of you, we're not holding on to prosperity. Like, we're not trying to get more money, things like that. And I know some of you are just like, listen, Bish, yes, I am. Because you and me both, sister. But for some of you, the holding on is more holding on to these insecurities. Because for some of you, what I'm seeing is just that's just what's so familiar. And this is something that I relate to so much, just as a heavy child my entire life. And for the longest time, like, I honestly never thought that there'd be anything different. But I took everything into my own hands, lost the weight, well, mostly gained some of it back, but
That's life.
That's life. But I was definitely, like, even into my 30s, just really holding on to a lot of that kind of stuff. So the message for a lot of you is don't hold on to whatever that person said. Don't hold on to whatever that trauma was, because that isn't you anymore. who you are is someone who wants adventure. We want to have excitement. We want to be swept off of our feet. We want to just feel alive, sexy, that kind of thing. And especially when going to like that Queen of Cups kind of energy, that's a lot of they're empathetic. You had empathy too.
Yeah.
It's someone who is definitely very collected, very creative, very empathetic, just very open and warm. Nay, I say bubbly. But it's definitely me. I didn't pick this pile for myself.
I'm black coffee. She's bubble tea.
I definitely am. It's so true. But this definitely does play back into maybe it's like an ideal of someone that you're trying to emulate, or someone that you're trying to become. Maybe someone's you're trying to manifest to be, which is also a really good thing. But that empathy is something that definitely keeps popping up. So really be kind with yourself, but also be patient. That's the message coming through. Is just be patient with yourself. Because New Moon in Capricorn, your hard work is paying off. For a lot of you, this is something that I think this is your journey that you've been on for some time. So you're already there. Just know that your hard work is paying off. Or that just know that the groundwork that you're laying for yourself, the hard work will pay off. It's going to definitely be a positive thing. New Moon eclipse, expect a powerful change. Yeah, definitely. If this hasn't already happened, it's definitely about to, and it's going to just be so positive and so freeing. And then you got fixed mood, which is hold to your vision. And it's interesting that pops up right underneath the Queen of Cups card, because for a lot of you, again, I feel like there is this thing that you're trying to manifest. It doesn't necessarily have to be like a personality type or something. This could be your career, this could be a new relationship, but there is something that you're trying to manifest to better yourself.
Could be that self-confidence.
Yes. I mean, people always say fake it till you make it. I'm not a fan of that expression, because if you're faking it, anxiety, self-doubt, it's there, but you're pushing that to the back of your mind.
Yeah, you're not a fan of that. You're not dealing
exactly.
It.
So manifest, hold your vision. For some of you, maybe you just need to make a vision board and just like solidify what it is you're looking to become and do. But that change is definitely coming. So now is an amazing time to do this.
But I think when people say fake it till you make it, what they really mean is you need to put your mindset in that
yes that I can
line of
agree with.
Thought and roll with it till you get your footing with it.
Yeah, that I can.
So I think it's the context it's used in the situation.
Yeah.
That someone tells you.
And who it's coming from.
Yes.
Maybe some of you, that's what you were told, is fake it till you make it, and then it didn't happen because the mindset wasn't right.
Well, I mean, when you say fake it till you make it, you have to underline it with, but you have to take the steps too.
Yes, power of attraction, intention. What are you doing with it? A lot of times, especially the biggest question I always get asked as a practicing pagan, and of course it's not everyone's path, but as a practicing pagan, when it comes to spell work and things like that, it's like, I can't get rosemary. I don't know how to get rose petals in the middle of February kind of thing. And honestly, what it comes down to is it's intention. It's getting the idea in your mind, putting it into action. Those
are just tools. They're not what makes it.
Exactly.
They're tools to boost and enhance, and for you to have something to focus on.
Yeah.
You can manifest anything simply by sitting there and thinking about it. But for a lot of us, it's hard to focus on it and maintain it and hold it without having other things there to put together.
Exactly.
They're tools.
Yep. Yeah, but the message that's coming through loud and clear is for a lot of you is we need to hold that vision, but it's vision board is just what is just vision board. And this is coming from someone who hates vision boards, so do it.
I don't have a vision board or a dream board. I have a manifestation journal.
Yes.
So for some of you, that might work too.
Yeah, exactly.
Or for some of you,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you have someone in your life that you can lean on that is more of a spiritual person that would help you with guidance. I have a few people that I'm working with currently in similar areas. So maybe for you, you need to reach out to that person and say, hey, I need a little bit of guidance. I need some help. I need some therapy. We call it card therapy. And I read for them about once a week. And we talk about the issues that are going on, and it's a lot easier for them to speak about it when I'm the one bringing the issue up and they don't have to talk about it. Or they don't have to be the one to broach it. Exactly. It gives them an out to out the feeling or the situation without having to be like, I'm a mess.
Well, and I feel like that's where that empathy card's coming through. So for some of you, it's not definitely, I mean, always be kind to yourself. Like body positivity, mental health, mental awareness, like huge advocate of. It's very important. But for some of you, what I see this empathy is knowing and trusting that whoever this person is, or who this person that's going to be that may become your new spiritual guide, trust in what they're saying. It is coming from a place of empathy, and it's coming from a place of kindness. So I think that's also really important as well.
I think some of you need to look for that person. I think some of you already know who that person is.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, cool. So we have Black Moon Lilith, which is mystery. What's coming from this is self-doubt, and I think that just goes back into what we were just talking about. Is that we're talking about being on this type of a journey, especially when it's like, in Kristi's cards where I was indicating that this is very old trauma, or very old idea or ideal. There's a lot of self-doubt in changing that, and especially like when this Expect Powerful Change card came out, honestly, I felt a very large collective eye roll. So if you rolled your eyes at me, I see you. With kindness. I see you.
Say, for some of you, I don't think it's spiritual. For some of you, I think it's nutrition-wise. Some of you have a nutritionist, or you have the number to a nutritionist, or a personal trainer, and you're just kind of dragging your feet because of these insecurities, and just do it.
Or
you won't regret it. Just do it. Make that phone call. Call that person.
You have your friend who's just like, listen, keto, love it.
Yeah.
Hear him out. I'm not saying do it. Hear him out. Yeah.
Run with me.
Run with me. Yeah, have fun.
Yeah. So
have fun. Trust in that person, but get that self-doubt out of there. Because when we're talking about holding your vision, manifestation, self-doubt, self-sabotage, it's the worst. It is so toxic. It is literally an anchor holding you down. Get rid of it.
Guilty. So guilty.
So guilty. Okay, cool. And then we also got Part of Fortune, which is increase. So yeah, I mean, really just the overall theme that I'm really getting from this is that if you put in the work and you put in the manifestation, you are going to be so successful in whatever this is for you. So this is a really good thing. Put in my cards backwards. This one's first. Okay, so you also got Share Wisdom. Again, there is someone that you have been talking with. There is someone that's about to come into your life. There is someone who's going to be your anchor through this.
Or for some of you, I feel it's someone has given you the phone number to contact someone that they think will be beneficial to you, and you've got it tucked away somewhere and you're not using it.
Phone.
Not I keep seeing a folded up piece of paper in a pocket.
Love that.
Or in the bottom of a bag.
Someone just went, All right, and then you also got compassion. Yeah, definitely be kind to yourself. Be kind to this. So for some of you, what I'm really picking up on here is that there is, as we're talking about this, there's still just that apprehension, that mystery, that self-doubt that's coming through. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to the process. Be kind. Just be empathetic. Be kind. And be trusting, which I know is not the easiest thing. I am very controlling.
Oh, not everyone's your enemy, though.
It's true. Not everyone. And that's where that trauma is coming from. There is someone in your past that made you believe that whatever this journey is that you're on, that you are not worthy of, or that it's never going to happen for you. I always think, we live in a very small town, right? And there's that saying that, like, hey, no matter what, at least you're not still trying to become a rapper.
Yeah.
Right? But those people really do believe. They believe in it, and it's something that they're very passionate about. I forgot the last thing I said. All right, we're going to have a weird edit there.
Yeah, if it looks a little jumpy from time to time, I have children. So... yeah, they come in and out. It's varying ages.
Life,
that was the 21-year-old interrupting this time.
Yeah. And you don't see a toddler running around because I left her at home with her dad. Like, we're just moms trying to spread some knowledge out there. Get you those messages.
So you might get some wonky edit jumps where one minute I'm like this, the next I'm like this, and you're like, whoa,
how did that happen?
That's why.
It's the Matrix. so awkward. But no matter what it is that was in your past, that's what it is. No matter what it is that was in your past, whatever that person said to you, they are lying. They don't know your mind. They do not know what your path is. And they do not have the ability to stop you from this forward progress unless you let them. That is up to you. So with this last card, I shuffled in with the intention of this specific deck to be what that action is. What is that thing that we need to have that's going to be able to get us out of this mindset? And what you got is repetition. And the repetition that is just in my head is daily affirmation. So whatever this thing is, especially when we're talking about having a vision board, having a manifestation journal, whatever this looks like for you, repetition with those daily affirmations are going to be key. So I feel comfortable enough in saying that the affirmations that I do every single day is I'm worthy, I am loved, and I make $1,000 a day. Because we're trying to like do an empire here. Well, those are mine. No,
let's be honest. What we're trying to do here is be able to buy a piece of property for our families to live on
and get our storefront up and going.
Yeah, and
shameless plug.
Have a slightly off-grid area for us to raise our kids because, they need to be there.
Definitely so.
The way the world is going, I'm not impressed.
But and there's always that meme out there too that's just like trying to convince my friends to go buy property and
right that is
and
literally
just live in harmony. That is
all of
always,
our friends agree, and it's something we're collectively working
us.
on. It's probably 6 families that are trying to pull
Yeah.
together and get a large bit of land.
I don't think the people from the 70s and 60s had it wrong. You
No.
know what I mean? And it definitely takes a village. Like, we help raise each other's children kind of thing. So it just makes sense that we can all live together. So when I tell myself every single day that I am worthy, I am loved, that's some of my self-doubt, self-sabotaging things from my past. And then manifest $1,000 a day because I'm worthy of it. I am a hard worker. Kristi is also we work really hard. And repetition, honestly, is what I feel like is going to really help with those daily affirmations for you.
For me, it was beating anxiety. Like 6 months ago, this would not be a thing.
I had to push this girl so hard.
And there's so many scrapped videos where I'm like, I can't let you put that on there because I'm just too awkward and we have to do it again.
Or because my dogs are barking so much.
That's why the background isn't changing like we intended, because one of her dogs hates me and wants to eat me, and I'm kind of partial to my toes.
She's also pregnant right now and really hormonal, and like we are getting that girl fixed.
And if she hears me in the house, she'll bark. Where my dogs bark if someone comes in that they don't know, but they quiet down quickly. Literally every time I speak at her house, her one dog is like, I need to eat her. Just that, because
it's true.
Me and that dog's mama are best friends. She loves me.
And she's a sweet dog too.
Just
with her favorites.
Just not me for some reason.
Right. Well, it's because you're one of my favorite humans and she doesn't want to compete.
That, when you guys stayed here, she got in trouble a lot.
Remember? Yes, because she's kind of crazy. Yeah. Doggy tangent! All right, cool. Anyway. So you also got take a shot. Don't take 12, take 1. Okay, maybe take 2, move on. So yeah, I mean, really what this is coming down to is let go of what is not serving you. Find out what that plan is. Again, for a lot of you, I feel like you already have that plan, but put it into motion. And daily affirmations. So
have that confidence to move forward.
Yes. It's interesting when it says maybe 2, because 2 messages from universe came out for you. So the first one is, my energy creates my reality. What I focus on, I will manifest. Beautiful. You also got joy is the ultimate creator. That's so true. It's actually the best piece of advice.
Change the view of yourself.
Yes. Best piece of advice that I ever got. It was from a therapist after I went through my cancer, and she literally just said, "What do you do for joy?" And I kind of look at her because I'd never been asked that in my life. What do you do for joy? And once I got the you're crazy out of my head. I couldn't answer that question because I didn't know what my joy was. And it was something that I started doing right after that, and that was just taking a bike ride every single day so I can be in nature and feel the wind on my face, and just smell the air. And it allowed for me to get so much clarity and closure when it came to my cancer. So what is your joy? What is that joy going to be? What do you walk away from?
Do your makeup, do your hair.
Yeah. It don't have to be for no one else but you.
Slutty top and go do your thing. Rock it.
That's why I'm wearing this top today. All right, what is that thing, group number 2? Put it in that comment down, or the comments down below. Let us know what it is if you feel comfortable with it. We love hearing from every single one of you. We interact with all of them, all of our comments. Like, share, subscribe, do all that YouTube stuff to let us know this is something you enjoy and want to keep seeing. So thanks so much for hanging out with us, group number 2. All right, group number 3, it is your turn. So Kristi's going to open the door. I just wanted to see your face.
Corny puns abound in our channel. All right, so you got a note on love. Seek different seasons and enter into the unknown. When love is in focus, foundation and goal, blessed is the body, mind, and soul. Right, let's see.
That's got a lot.
Alone in the world. Anger and chains. I feel like some of you are holding on to a little bit of resentment for something.
I get that card a lot when Kristi
Downcast pride. You got atonement. Okay. So what I'm gathering from these is we being a little prideful and holding on to some anger. Maybe with someone very important to us for a few of you. And it's causing a wedge. So we're definitely feeling very alone. But for a few of you, you have to understand this is on you. You hold the keys to this. That person is not going to come around and fix things until you acknowledge where you are messing up. That's where the pride comes in. Like, stop being so prideful and admit where you may have messed up.
Pride before the fall.
Yeah. Obviously, there's a few things you need to atone for, too. For some of you, I get, maybe you cheated.
I'll say for a lot of it, I'm really picking up on some masculine energy.
Yeah.
So, like, cheating, father figure, maybe a brother.
Yeah.
A lot of
there's just a
masculine energy.
wedge with someone important to you. And you're hanging on to the anger in the situation as opposed to, like, finding the solution and working your way through it. And that alone feeling is not going to go away until you address your fuck-ups and bring them to light. And you also become a loving mirror. And you belong to paradise. Honor yourself. And I feel like for some of you, the things you're doing that are causing this wedge are because you're on a very self-destructive path for some reason. I think that's where the loving mirror comes in. You gotta stop it.
Yeah.
It's not healthy for anyone. And you got everything in perfect balance. So there is a balance to the situation. You have to figure out who it is. This is not on anyone else, is what I'm getting. This is 100% something you are creating.
Just the visual I have are heels literally being dug in.
Denial. Go figure. You really have to work on, this is what I'm getting, self-accountability. You can't do, I'm getting, for some of you, dirty and underhanded things and expect there to be no consequences to it. And I think for some of you, you're the recipient of those dirty and underhanded things, and this may be where the self-love comes in, and you're allowing it to happen. you're not speaking up for yourself. You're not standing up for yourself. You're allowing this person to treat you this way. Stop it. We got success and meditation. So, I mean, pretty self-explanatory. For some of you, you just need to sit down and meditate on the situation, figure out if it's really for you, or what you can do to fix the situation if you're the one really causing it. But I guess on either side of the coin, you're really causing it. I don't mean to sound mean. Yeah, I don't mean to sound mean when I say it. But if you're allowing someone to be the cheating and underhanded, or bring you down, making you feel unworthy and unloved and incapable of being loved, then you're allowing it. You know, words can only affect us if we allow them to affect us. They're simply words. So either take the power out of those words and stand up for yourself, or walk away completely. And for the rest of you, who the first part went to, stop it.
You can't poke the bear and then get mad when they yell at you.
Yeah.
I feel like there's so many, group number 3, that are hating
That's not
us
me.
right now.
That's not me.
Right.
That's where the denial comes in, because
Accountability.
it is you.
Yeah. And when we do these shadow and light reads, like it's a lot of times. A lot of times we're going to bring up, well, by we, I mean this one, is going to bring up and just draw out those things that maybe you didn't necessarily want to hear. Maybe you clicked on this video thinking that you were going to get more of like the career advice, or the love advice, or, you know, just what that other message is. And this is what's coming up instead. And that might be where some of that denial and the lack of self-accountability is, because it's just like, oh, no, not what I wanted. And if you're continuing to listen and haven't clicked out so far, thank you. There's a part of you that does really want to hear the message. Yeah. That's my soapbox. I'm going to jump down now.
You got she who thrives. So it talks about flourishing and being prosperous and blossoming.
Good.
And you get she who remains, powerful, devotion, true worth. And again, I think that these 2 cards go back to that person that is staying in that situation, that very unfair situation. So where these could be taken as positive cards, for you, they're not quite so positive. These are great things about you that right now are your downfall. And you got she who aches, sadness, solitude, silence, and withdrawal. So that tells you right there. Sometimes those great aspects of ourselves that, you know, we're so giving and we're so loving, but sometimes it can be to a fault. And I speak from experience of being a very giving person and having it bite me in the butt more times than I'd care to admit. Do I let it change that side of me? No. Does it make me a little more cautious? Yes. But at the same time, because I went so long allowing people to take advantage of me because of how caring I was, it developed into a lot of trust issues. Therefore, people that genuinely deserved my trust had to work very hard to get past my walls to get that trust when they shouldn't have had to.
It's true.
So that's something I had to work on.
Yeah. I'd say also for some of you what the message is it's not necessarily oh, I just lost my complete train of thought. Oh, and it was such a good point too, because it was a good message.
Maybe it wasn't meant for this.
Oh, it was. Maybe it's supposed to come out here. Never mind. I'm just gonna edit that out. It'll come back to me.
All right.
Nice. Okay. So on the other side of things, we did get 3 of Cups, which is time to celebrate. That is bringing in your tribe. That is getting your wolf or sheep pack. That is just you getting your folks and celebrating. You also got Emperor, divine masculine
There it is.
energy. That dude is just dapper. It's like some Don Draper shit right there, and I love it. You also got impulsive. Okay, let's talk about it. So, what I'm really getting from this is that things are going really well right now, or you're wanting them to go really, really well right now, and that from this, and we jump over to this impulsive card. The message is coming through is that we're afraid we're gonna lose it. We're afraid that we're going to have this person walk out of our life. And I think that where a lot of this is coming from when Kristi was reading is that you might be the self-sabotager here, and maybe it's you were in a really abusive relationship in the past and you're in a good one now. And you're afraid that it's going to go back the other way. So you're going to self-sabotage. You're going to poke the bear. You're going to take it out on your new significant other about, well, you're just going to cheat on me anyway. And they're not. Don't allow that to happen. Don't be that person. You have to let it go. And for some of you, what I'm really picking up on here is that there's a new friendship, or maybe it's a new relationship, new job is what I'm picking up on for some of you, but there's something new that's coming into your life that's going to be a really positive thing. But again, you have to get those impulses out that make you want to self-sabotage it. And then the Emperor card, what that really talks about is taking action. And this is what Kristi was talking about before. You hold all the power here. You have all of the power to let this go and be happy and allow these good time, these good celebration things to happen, or stay in this air that you're in. And let me just like straight up ask, are you happy with where you are right now? I feel like we should check in just a little bit. Are you okay? Because I feel like group number 3, a lot of you clicked on this video because there's a big part of you that doesn't want to do this anymore, or realizes that you are being that negative influence and you don't want to do it anymore. So what can we do about it? Okay. So you can have faith in your dreams. There's good things coming. There's good things coming. And I feel like what I'm really picking up on with a lot of this is bad relationship and a new relationship. Yeah. Bad job before and a new job before. Like there's something that happened in your past and you're in something good now and you're worried about self-sabotaging, or you are. Or on the other side of that, you were the person giving the abuse in the past relationship and you feel like you can never have a solid good one. He's never going to watch this, so I feel comfortable talking about it, but I think about my ex-husband who cheated on me, who was very mentally abusive behind closed doors when no one else was around. And after I walked away because I deserved better than someone who's going to have an affair on me while I had cancer. Wish I was making that up. I moved on. I found someone new and I was happy. I was genuinely happy. They say the best revenge you can have after something like that is to find someone and just be happy. And I got this really passive aggressive message from him one day, which was his way of, oh, what, you get to move on and be happy and I just have to be miserable for the rest of my life because I cheated on you?
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm sorry, I didn't cheat. Right? But that's him. That's on him. Yeah. He has the ability to move on and he has the ability to move on and be happy should he choose to. And if you are watching this, I do truly feel that you have, or truly hope that you have found closure and moved on, because every human deserves it. We all make mistakes.
Well,
and I'm better for it.
As one of her best friends in life, if he is watching this, you should have done better.
You should have done better.
Not by like married better. I mean, you should have treated her a whole lot freaking better.
Definitely. But I mean, the hindsight of that though is I had the courage to walk away. I had the courage to not allow that to happen. And for me, sometimes it does bubble up in my current marriage because I have an amazing husband who's very supportive. And sometimes I have to be like, who are you messaging? Because those are my past scars. That's not his fault. And I have to check myself on that because I'm not going to make him feel bad for it.
Yeah.
So long personal tangent, but
like I said earlier,
listen, we're just here to spill those secrets. You know, what
if you're looking for a straight to the point read, we are not your girls.
We are not your girls. No. Now, I think really the whole point of this is we want people to come in and just feel like we're just some friends gabbing. Like,
we want you to feel like you're sitting literally on the other side of the table.
Yeah, we actually have a chair. Granted, it's holding our tripod, but we have a chair. Come hang out with us. We're really cool. All right, again. Be bold and make the first move.
Okay.
All right, we also got Cardinal Moon, which is be bold and make the first move. And again, it comes down to you having all of the power. You have all of the cards in your hand, and it's up to you on how you'd like to proceed from here. And the last one you got is that, third quarter moon. Adjustments are required. And really what that comes down to is just that energy that we're holding on from that past experience where maybe we are being short. Maybe we are allowing previous trauma to take someone else in our relationship, take them down or whatever, to self-sabotage so that If they leave, then I don't have to be the one to leave. Adjustments need to be required, and I do agree with Kristi's assessment at the beginning. Is this is personal. This is with you.
I get hurt them before they hurt me.
Yeah.
That's not a good mantra to live by.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. Okay, cool. So we also got Mars Force again. Power, passion. I feel like for a lot of you, you already know what this thing is, and I think for some, I'm feeling a lot of guilt over it, where it's just like we got into that argument and I said that thing because I knew that it would hurt them, but I didn't really mean it. Just say sorry, honestly. Just apologize. Say sorry. Have that power to be the bigger person and apologize. Gemini, I think. Okay. Yeah. A lot of you know. You know what this says. And if you don't know what it is, some good meditation time. Because at the end of the day, again, like you don't deserve to be this angry, this resentful all the time. So love yourself enough to move forward.
Meditate. Work it out.
Figure it out.
Binaural beats, man.
Oh, I love binaural beats.
Yeah.
Like, pause this video if you need to. Go YouTube it. Binaural beats for anything. They're amazing. Frequency music makes you feel good.
Yeah. Play it while you sleep. You sleep so much sounder.
Gets my colicky baby to sleep. Okay, so you got Underworld, which again talks about power. I really do feel like no matter what, group number 3, you are just, it's not just necessarily like you have all the power to move forward, which you do, not downplaying that at all, but I feel like you're a very strong-willed person. And
I feel like for some of you, it's misplaced power.
Yeah.
Like abuse of power.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are the one that's being on the other side of everything and you're the one that's being shitty, work on that.
Yeah.
You're not going to find your internal happiness by taking someone else's happiness.
Yeah. Hurt people hurt.
Yeah.
Heal that hurt.
Yeah.
And then move forward, because you deserve
and then figure out who hurt you that led you to that position.
Exactly.
That's what you need to do.
Yeah, exactly. You also got Play, which is 2 dolphins. So yeah, I mean, really, what I am picking up on this is you don't want to be this way. Whatever it is that made you this way, you deep down, you don't want it. And honestly, group number 3, I know this has been a tough reading, but if you're still watching, it's because there's a part of you that really, truly doesn't want to have this energy anymore. You don't want to be this way anymore. So yeah, just meditate. Figure out what it is so that you can move forward and be happy. So with this particular deck, sorry, that's the third time I've said it because this is group number 3. All right, so I shuffled this deck specifically with what is that action, what is that thing that we need to do I take ownership of everything. What is that thing that you need to do, group number 3, that is going to allow for you to get past this energy? And what you got was alliance. So what I'm really hearing with this is that in order to get past this, maybe for some of you this is joining a Facebook group, maybe this is joining a support group, maybe this is just finding that tribe that's going to help you. For some of you, like the message is really coming through is therapist,
anger management,
yeah, things like that, which there is no shame in that. I mean, I've gone to many a therapist, because mental health is really, really important. And I feel like, again, group number 3, this is something you don't want to be anymore. So find that alliance, find that tribe, find that thing that's going to help you move past this.
And I think for some of you, you don't realize that you were that person.
Yep.
So you're going to have an aha moment listening to this.
Oh, I really do.
And take that aha moment and realize you can change. No one is ever... Well, I mean, I guess there are some people that are really crappy through their entire lives, but no one sets out to be crappy through their entire lives. It's life and experiences and things that change us, that make us that way, and it's completely reversible.
Yeah. You ever think about someone like Hitler, who is just a terrible human being? Don't even try and change my mind on that. But how that happened?
He was actually, strike me down for saying this, he was actually kind of brilliant, though.
Yeah.
So I think his brilliant mind just got warped through.
Yeah, something happened to warp it, because he could have gone so differently.
Yeah.
Not to say that anyone here in group number 3 is Hitler. I'm sorry. That's just what came to mind. But when you think about just thing that happened that changed everything.
Where he could have used his brilliance for something magnificent, he used it for something completely awful and devastating.
Yeah.
And there's some pinnacle point in his life where things were changed for him. Or, I mean, he could have been literally born with that mindset. I think that can happen
terrible
too.
Human being. Smart, yes, terrible human being.
Cough again. Excuse me.
Pause.
It's fine.
You're fine.
I mean,
human. It's fine.
We're fine. Not corona. I smoke.
Yeah. Luckily, we don't have the
I know. Bad habit.
Listen,
I know.
We all have our vices. Mine's fine.
But my children like breathing, so.
It's true. It's true. All right, yeah. So find that alliance, find that tribe, find that thing that's going to help you get the medicine you need to help move past this. You also got, fuck. Shit's about to get real.
I think shit just got real for a lot of you.
For a lot of you. It says, fuck. You need people around you. So yeah, I mean, again, that just goes back to finding that alliance, finding that group, therapist, anger management, whatever it is. Finding it to keep them around you. And the message that's really coming through is worthy. You are worthy of this. You deserve this. Whatever it is that caused you to get in this mindset, I'm sorry that happened.
Yeah.
But you're worthy. You are worthy of living past it.
I feel like I need to say again that you're not going to find your self-worth tanking out somebody else's self-worth. I'm
a firm believer that you are not responsible for somebody else's feelings unless you caused it.
You can't find your foundation by tearing out someone else's.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
It's so true. So true. All right, one last card while Kristi messages her husband is, I do whatever it takes to get closer to consciousness. I do whatever it takes to get closer to consciousness. I really do feel, group number 3, that again, like, you are a very powerful, strong, stubborn person, and that this is just a really amazing daily affirmation for you that's going to help you get over, or not really get over, I hate that expression, get over it, to work through whatever this is and help you move on to that next thing, because you're definitely worthy of it. All right, group number 3, that was your reading. If you stuck with us, seriously, kudos, good. Thank you.
We're proud.
We are very proud, because this was not easy. And this is the thing too, like, people always are just like, you guys had to like time this out. No, we literally sit here in silence as we like make our pile selection. We don't look at them ahead of time. We don't talk about it. We're just gonna have to film that video where we show you guys our process.
Yeah.
But we have no idea what these messages are until we actually give them to you, so that it's true and authentic. And I do really feel, group number 3, that this does not define you. This is not who you are. This is not the person you're always going to be. So whatever this thing is that's holding you back, it's just that. It's holding you back. So get rid of it, let it go, and be happy with that. But definitely leave us a comment down below. What is that thing? What is that thing you're going to be moving forward? Maybe that's the first step in that medicine, is making a comment and having someone else see it and giving you that resource.
Yeah,
so,
and sometimes it's a toxic relationship where like you bring out the worst in each other.
Yeah, oh
and
yeah.
then you really need. I witnessed a few. I don't have one. Love you, Weez and Sandra.
Love you guys.
Anyway, very toxic. Better now that they're not with each other.
Exactly. All right, group number 3, we're gonna let you go. But definitely, comment, like, subscribe, do all the things that YouTube wants you to do to let us know that this is something you like. So we'll definitely see you next time. All right, last but certainly not least, group number 4, it is definitely your turn. So we'll go ahead and start with this. I'll drink the water right here.
All right, and here's your door. It says, a stranger's grace. Ego fears the sudden danger, but never underestimate the kindness of a loving stranger. Oh. Fired. She's fired.
Going home, bye.
Apparently,
that's instant karma right drinking. There.
You're fired, and I've been drinking, apparently.
Oh, that's how we got fired.
So you get Calling the Storm. Masquerade. Queen of My World, and Forgetting Oneself. Okay, so these cards are talking about that lost feeling we get sometimes, forgetting who we are. Sorry about the dog in the background. My middle daughter just got home, and her dog is very much obsessed, like Fatal Attraction obsessed. But quiet in just a second. Anyway, forgetting oneself, losing sight of who you are. And then you also got masquerade, which talks about wearing that mask of everything's okay when everything is not okay.
I feel attacked.
Right? You also got let love grow.
Mm-hmm.
The key is within your grasp. Also got the witch card. The magic you seek is inside of you. Let it flow.
Manifestation.
For some of you, I feel like this is more spiritual. You are either on a secret spiritual path you're not telling anyone about, or you're ignoring a path you're being drawn to because of how you think it will make people view you. Let that notion go.
I'm supposed to ask. I'm so sorry. It just popped in my head. I'm supposed to ask. How many of you guys are waking up at 3 a.m.? You're waking up at 3 a.m. It might be that there's a message that's been trying to, I don't know why 3
or repeating numbers.
Yeah, someone's trying to give you a message.
You find yourself randomly sticking stones in your pocket and like filling your space with stones. Anyway, so I feel like you're wearing a mask of that's not you, but it is you. And for you, the forgetting oneself, I think is this is something that you've been through in multiple lifetimes, and you've kind of forgotten who you were. You're a healer, and you're a spiritual person, and that energy is trying to draw you back in. So you need to stop fighting it. For others, this is simply you have lost sight of who you are. So stop wearing that mask of everything is okay, and seek the help and the guidance you need to find your way back to you. Compassion for others. Some of you are very hard on yourselves. You need to be a little less hard, have a little bit more compassion for yourself. And for others, this is literally you're not being very nice right now. So that mask you're wearing is taking its toll, and you're being snippy, and you're not being very nice to others. So have a little bit more compassion. You'll find that balance that you're looking for once you let go and let this path draw you down it. Chaos. Things feeling a little chaotic for you right now?
I feel like you're reading for me, Kristi.
I might be. Visions. Maybe some of you it could literally be some of you are having visions and it scares the ever-living crap out of you. And so you're fighting it. Unfortunately for you, that's not things you can legitimately fight. It's just going to get worse unless you learn to control it. Shadow reading. This has only been a thing for me for probably the last 8 months. And I fought it, and I did not like it when it first came out, because no one wants to make people cry, and no one wants to only delve into people's darker sides for things they don't want to think about and things they don't want to talk about.
It's true.
It makes you feel really crappy. So I fought it a lot, and it wasn't until I got a reading from someone else that told me that I had to stop fighting it and things would level out. And the lovely woman at our local pagan shop who gave me stones to help balance it all out, that I finally came in tune with it, and things got easier. I still don't like making people cry, and that does happen frequently.
But I mean, at the same time, like, it may be the message that people don't want to talk about. It might be that box that they push to the back of the closet. Yeah. But at the same time, like, the message is coming through that it's time to deal with it. Yeah. And it's just going to have raw emotion. So you're more of a spiritual healer.
I know. It's hard.
Spiritual
it's hard.
therapist.
Yeah. Well, I got counselor tarot reader is like, I took this little test thing, and it's a counselor, and I was like, that made me, like, it made sense, like, the way it described everything, but at the same time, I was like, I'm not sure I want that job. Nice. But anyway, and focus. So, I do feel like for a good portion of you, this is simply just regarding losing sight of oneself. Maybe you're giving too much to other people. You're draining yourself too far, and then you're just wearing this mask of everything's okay because you're so preoccupied with taking care of everyone else. That we bog.
Sorry, I don't mean to laugh.
Now I feel personally attacked myself because that is totally me.
No, it's just the image that popped in my head was literally that dog that's in the room of fire being like, this is fine.
Yeah,
I'm fine.
It's okay. It literally, like, that's everything inside you feels so chaotic because you are not doing what you need to do. you need to refigure out who you are. Being lost sucks. I've been there.
Yeah.
More than once. But once you find your footing and you get back to who you were, I should say the new version of who you are.
The more improved version.
Yeah, because you'll never be the same person you were before you got lost. It's just not feasible. Too much changes.
Well, and you don't want to be the same person either. Yeah, a lot of baggage.
Yeah. But work on that. And for those of you that this is spiritual based, stop fighting it, because, honey, it's not going anywhere.
Right.
And right now, in the world that we're living in right now, there's so much turmoil and unrest that these people waking up. I actually had a conversation with someone the other day where I said, I feel like they're the universe is fast tracking.
Yes.
People's abilities waking up. And I think it's a defense mechanism. There's so much hate and unrest in the world that the universe or spirit or whatever you want to call it has to combat it. So these people are being fast tracked into waking up. So these abilities are just honing in, and all of a sudden you have them. So whereas intuition was a simple feeling in your gut one day, the next day you're like full on, I know this is what's going to happen, and I know that this is what I need to do. It can be a little jarring.
Oh, it can be.
I literally went from, and I don't say foofy readings like I'm making fun of other people who read the other way. It's just the way that in my mind I determine from a light reading versus like my dark readings. It was like a switch flipped. Like one day I was reading like your average readings, and the next day it was like nothing but all this dark stuff that I'm pulling out of people I'm reading for. And I'm like, it
literally was overnight too. I remember getting the message. You're just like, I can't undo it.
Yeah. Well, and until I learned to balance it, I couldn't not. That's all I picked out of everything. I couldn't get the special cards that tell you how to fix it. It was literally just everything that was wrong with the situation.
Mine was a little bit more on the other side. Cause I try to do shadow work, but my everything is just too empathetic. I can't pull it out. But for me, it was more of like laying out the cards, having the clinical reading, and like getting a feeling. But it's about the same time, about 8 months ago, it's just like the switch flipped in my head, and suddenly it's just like I can do a reading and I can know that like, hey, I'm supposed to say, are you waking up at 3 a.m.?
Yeah, that intuitive side kicks in.
It's like if you don't say it, it's like a compulsion.
That connection.
Yeah, exactly. So don't fight it.
You got she who yearns, and this is talking about yearning, longing, or pining for. So for some of you, you know that this path is meant for you. You just have some religious blockages that are holding you back because it's taboo. You shouldn't want to have tarot cards. You shouldn't want to have stones. It's bad.
Make fun of you.
Let go of all of it.
It's just energy.
We could go into a long tangent about my feeling on the church. I am all for Christianity. It is a very beautiful religion. I do not, however, agree with the church. I think that is what puts such a poor light on Christianity as a whole.
I agree. It's a beautiful religion, and I think that those who truly practice the principle, like they have this energy and light aura around them, and it is so beautiful. Some of my favorite
people are Christian, and they're beautiful and giving people.
But
those people also don't go to church a whole lot.
Exactly. That's where, I don't know, if you look at like a history, and just as, again, tangent, but if you look at a history of organized religion, not just necessarily Christianity, Catholicism, all of them, somewhere along the lines it turned into a business where it was just like power. You look at like the Pope for the longest time, he was the ruler of Italy and then a lot of Europe. Yeah. True story.
Well, and he's literally like the ruler of Christianity.
Well, now doesn't have any power.
No, but it's like when you think Christianity, for those of you that are confused, Christianity is a sub of Catholicism.
Truth.
That is your mother religion. So if you didn't know that, do a little bit of studying, because literally,
it's fascinating.
It really is. I actually had someone whose mom was a religious history. That's what she did in school. She had a degree in it, or I don't know, she majored in it or something. But she when she found out I was pagan, she was like, "Ooh, I got some info for you, girl. Let's sit down and talk." And she told me the whole religious spread of everything that worked out. She gave me a timeline, and it's fascinating stuff. So if you're Christian, kudos to you. Follow your faith. Follow those morals.
Always have faith and belief.
But don't let the church control you, because no one is meant to control you to that degree. It's just to keep you in line. It's like small children, Yeah. So do your research. And if you guys would actually like a video on this subject,
let us know.
Let us know.
Yeah.
Or hit us up on Instagram
we have
or
opinions.
any other place, and we can actually have a conversation about this, because I'm actually helping a few people who have these religious blockages that are trying to find a more spiritual path and having a hard time. And these are conversations that we have about how their Christian faith is a great thing, but they have to break away from the mindset of the church.
I need to start doing like fireside chats.
Yes, that would be fun.
Hey, if y'all want to do fireside chats, let us know. I have an actual fire pit in my backyard.
Okay, and your last card is She Who Divines. Future choice and judgment. So yes, for some of you, this is very much spiritual. This is very much gifted based. So work on those blockages. You will be so thankful that you did.
You said something earlier, and that card right there, and I can't read it, so I don't know what it is.
This is forgetting oneself.
Okay, so you talked about like past lives, things like that, right? And then we have desire. So just the message that like came through is like maybe there was a past life where there wasn't this blockage, there wasn't this thing, and the desire, the awakening, whatever it is you're calling that you're feeling. It's familiar, but not familiar. And what I would say to that is definitely explore. When we are in the information age, depending on where you look, like how much you're going to trust it. You know what I mean? Fake news, which in itself is just fake, but maybe I started on that. But really what it comes down to is do your research on that. And Kristi mentioned before about doing research on like the Christianity, Catholicism, religion in general. Definitely do that. I think that a lot of you picked this last pile, not just because we had a super tall rainbow fluorite.
Rainbow fluorite.
My husband gave me for my birthday, just other small tangent, and I love it. But I think, for a lot of you, there's this longing, and you can't quite explain it. And I do agree with Kristi, where it's not something necessarily from this life. It may be from previous. And you may not believe in reincarnation. That's okay. It believes in you. But I kid.
There is something you can look up too, though. I don't mean to interrupt you, but
no, you're good. That was
important.
pretty much it.
When in the Bible it says, ask and ye shall receive, they don't ever actually tell you how to ask and what you need to do. There's this little known book called the Book of Thomas. And as a pagan, yes, this girl knows about this. Because I research everything. I love to listen to all kinds of different things. But the Book of Thomas is literally the guidebook on how to ask so you can receive. Now, we can go into a long debate about why it was removed from the Bible. Control, because if you knew you could have everything you ever wanted just by simply manifesting it, there'd be no need for the church to have control over you or your finances. So keep that in mind. Again, Christianity is awesome. Church, not so much. So look up the Book of the Lost Book of Thomas, and that will explain so many things to you about manifestation and how manifestation is a thing in like all religions, but was weirdly removed from Christianity.
Yeah, seriously, comment down below if that's something that you want to see. I think I would love for that to be like our first live.
That would be actually that would be epically great.
Amazing. It'd be so good. The last little plug that I would say is there's this really cool YouTuber that I've been just obsessed with. It's called the Dad Challenge Podcast. Really, really amazing guy. Father, husband, ex-pastor. And he actually had this whole like series of videos that he did as to like why, yes, he is a Christian, but he is no longer a part of the church, and why he is an ex-pastor. And it's fascinating to me. Check him out. He does a lot of other stuff too. He's a really, 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 really funny guy. I'm trying to get my husband to watch him.
And ask yourself why a lot of pastors and stuff live in mansions and you don't.
Yeah. He actually goes into that, so check him out. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool guy. All right. We are getting darker here, and that's because we're using natural light, and the sun is going down in the Pacific Northwest. So, we're going to get this done here. Thank you for rolling with us on our tangents. Sometimes I wish that these were live so we can actually hear some of the comments and things you guys are saying, like, these bitches are crazy, or like, you know what, I thought that myself.
Right?
Let's talk. Okay, so we got 5 of Cups. Unwelcome change. Loss, grief, change, emotional baggage, mourning, sadness.
That's from you fighting it.
Yes. That is from you fighting it. Don't fight it. Okay. You also got overwhelmed, out of control, feeling defensive, feeling overcome, hard life. we'll talk about that. You also got burned out, lack of action, stagnation, exhaustion. So for a lot of you, what the message that's coming through is that there's definitely this longing, this thing of wanting to be a part of, this thing that you're trying to explore, this thing you're trying to do. And I feel like for a lot of you, it's bringing you down a little bit, like it's lowering your energy, because it's almost like it's prom night and you're supposed to, you wanted to get asked out by that person to go to prom, they didn't, and you're sitting at home by yourself while everyone else is at the dance. Like that's almost what it feels like, is that there's a party.
The disappointment.
Yeah, and you weren't invited to it.
That big
right?
letdown.
And because of that, there's just this exhaustive feeling of being dormant. It's never going to change. This is just how life is. And for some of you, I feel like you felt this way since you were a kid, kind of thing, which is really just what makes me think past life kind of thing. But the thing is, especially with this like unwelcome change, it's not necessarily like a bad thing. Like you're not going to suddenly lose a family member, and that's okay. But what I feel like this is just the sudden loss of an ideal, the sudden loss of having this idea your entire life, and then actually knowing that like it is okay to do tarot card readings. It is okay to explore other religions. It is okay to date outside of your culture, whatever that thing is. That's what I feel like this sudden change is coming from, and it's not a bad thing. But what I am feeling is that if we stay in this stagnant energy, it's never going to change, and that is just no way to have a life. You deserve it.
What you have to understand is spirituality is not a religion.
No,
it is a sense of being.
Yeah.
Religion is religion.
Right.
Spirituality is something different. So you can be religious, spiritual, and a witch too, if you so choose, because that is a practice, not a religion.
There is definitely a such thing as a Christian witch. I believe in that, because again, religion, spirituality.
I know a few.
Yep,
and I've guided a few down their path. So
yeah, which it's great. It's a great thing. Yeah. It's kind of like, Kristi and I coming together to do this, like delivering messages. The part that comes from being attuned with the universe or spirit guides, like there's different things that we do. We do have a similar path, which is paganism, but the paganistic part does not mean that you have to be pagan in order to read tarot cards. And for some of you, I think that's where a lot, and I say that a lot, but it's such a Pacific Northwest thing. And I think also kinda. It's just something we say, and it annoys the hell out of me. So I am so sorry if you guys are like keeping a tally on how many times I've said I
whatever think. PNW for life. Right?
Not wrong. But it's what the energy that's coming through with this is that the sudden change is just that it is okay. It is okay to read the tarot cards. It is okay to go ahead and hold that crystal in your hand and feel the energy from it, and still pray to whatever deity that you need to pray to that night. Like there is nothing wrong with that. So give yourself that permission, because it is important. Waning moon, what do you need to release? And again, it comes back to that sudden change, that aha moment of everything you've ever known being like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Think about like being
those
being a kid, and I don't think any of them can hear us, but like suddenly find out that Santa Claus isn't real. What?
Oh, my kid. You don't have to worry about that. My
5-year-old
granddaughter
I forgot.
already told me that Santa isn't real. Neither is the Tooth Fairy on the Easter Bunny. She knows that Auntie Manda brings the Easter stuff
every year. That's what I do. My
if you have small kids, you should not watch.
Pause. I'll just put a little thing above it to remove the kids from the room. But it's like that kind of feeling, and that's where like that letdown comes from, right? But what do you need to release? Like, what lesson are you learning from that upheaval? You also got communication is key. So for a lot of you, group number 4, what I'm picking up on is that there's someone in your life, as we're talking about like balancing spirituality and religion, as we're saying, hey, it is okay to explore. There's someone that popped in your mind. Call them, talk to them. Message your friendly neighborhood pagan, like let them tell you about what the spirituality piece of this is. It's okay to be curious. It doesn't necessarily mean that because we have cookies you have to come to the dark side. But
it's okay, we don't have cookies anyway, we have cupcakes.
Yeah, so bad. But oh man, now I'm just thinking about cupcakes. Right,
hungry.
and this is the terrible part of like a collective reading, because we said cupcakes and suddenly I felt everyone collectively being like, cupcakes. Ugh, okay.
Should have left it at cookies.
We definitely should have, right? But the point is, I digress. Cupcakes are great, but also it doesn't mean that you have to suddenly convert to this whole different ideal. You don't have to jump in feet first. What I am getting a lot of is research, meditation, find your path, right? Also, supermoon emotions are running high. I feel like there are people in your life that are going to just continue telling you that everything is black and white and that's it, and you have to submit and you need to listen to that. And I'm telling you right now, no, that is not the case. That is not the case at all. You are having these feelings and thoughts for a reason, and it is literally that higher power, whatever it is you believe in, telling you that it is not only okay, but you need to continue exploring on this. Naysayers, get them out of here. They're not in your head. They don't know your mind. They don't know your heart. So
they're not on your path. Your path is your path. Their path is their path.
Exactly. Okay, so 7th house. Partners. There is someone out there. If you didn't have that person that you immediately thought of like, oh hey, I should actually reach out to Jameson. I don't know, that thought popped in my head. Jameson, you welcome, dude. I should reach out to Jameson and just see like, hey, what's up? If you don't have a Jameson, they're going to be coming into your life here soon. I feel like the message that's coming through is really, really strong, that there is going to be a new partnership. There's going to be a new ideal, a new thought, and it's going to come from talking with someone. So communication is definitely key. You also got 12th house, which is escape. And I think we all know that is just, we need to escape whatever this ideal, this ideology that's holding you back.
Yeah.
Get rid of it. It doesn't serve you. It doesn't serve you at all. Cool. You also got the Magi, which is magic, manifestation. There is group number 4 for a lot of you. Gosh, gee willikers. Someone just said that. I'm sorry. And it's so funny too. And talk about these collective readings. We don't do this live. People haven't even seen this yet. But gosh, gee willikers. This magic is really coming through for you. So embrace it. It's going to be a really good thing. And then you got transmute, transformation. It's time for you to let go of all this. I am so sorry, group before that we're so dark. I just realized. But it is time to transform. Spirit is literally saying that now is the time. And especially because of this awakening, this thing that we have going on in the collective, where more and more people are becoming tapped and sensitive and things are manifesting and coming into clear light. It's that much more important that you hone in on this. You never know like what the impact is going to be. Kristi and I shared at the beginning of your selection pile how our awakening, and like we've both been reading tarot cards for over 15 years each.
Yeah, I think I'm close to 20.
Yeah, I'm about 15 myself. So I mean, that's almost over 30 years at the very least. And things have just now been coming clear. Pause for the madre. Nice. And it's not one of those things where it's like suddenly we're just like, oh, we need to read tarot cards, but suddenly we talk to each other at different times, which is so weird, about how we need to do this thing, and our ability got so much stronger. And the point of me even bringing up this long tangent is that we're going to be able to provide these messages to people who maybe wouldn't have been able to hear it, and you never know what you're going to be able to turn that into. You never know whose life you're going to be able to touch on the other side of this. So embrace it. Love it. It's definitely going to be something that's going to bring you on a really amazing journey. That's the light side, sorry. Okay, so that's what I'm saying, guys. I couldn't...
And from the dark side, all you get is stop fighting it.
Stop fighting it. So with this particular deck, which you guys really can't see because it's super dark, I shuffled it with the intention of what is that thing that group number 4 is going to need to be able to get out of this energy. And I haven't even showed Kristi yet, but it's partnership. So yeah. Oh, pattern.
No,
Sorry.
not pattern. Partnership was
Ooh.
the last one.
Partnership was what's really coming in my head. You really need to talk to whoever that person is, but patterns. But the thing is it's with that pattern. This person in this partnership has been talking to you about this for years, or it's an idea that's been in your head for years. So pay attention to those patterns.
The synchronicities.
Yes.
Too, like patterns in numbers, repeating numbers.
You've been seeing that 888 over and over again?
For me, it's been 1111 and 222.
I've been seeing 888. It's a true story. Cool. So, what we have here is you are loved. You're here for a reason. Don't fuck it up. That really is just going to go back to this just being a really amazing time to be manifesting and awakening and just feeling and embracing all of this energy. So don't miss out on it. Don't miss out on it. Don't be that kid waiting at home because that person didn't ask you to prom, so I guess I'm not going to go. Go and enjoy the dance. Put your dress on, put your tux on, whatever it is you're wearing, and go have fun. Listen to the really shitty music in the hot gym.
Did I give her my only other lighter?
Oh, I tucked up one right behind you. All right, so.
Oh, I wanted to light this, give you a little bit of light.
Ooh, put it like right here.
Okay,
cool.
Sorry, guys.
Pause. Although I kind of like the aesthetic.
I just think this will
help a little bit.
Help a little bit.
Nice. Ooh. Hi. Oh, I do like this. This is nice.
And it smells so good too.
Yes. This is a candle Kristi's mom got her for her birthday. It's for her specific birthday. I got one too, but it's at my house. Okay. So the last thing I have for you here is just a daily affirmation, because the universe has your back, and it says, when I accept the love of the universe as my primary teacher, I will always be guided back to the light.
There's that path again.
Okay, patterns, path, light. Whatever this awakening is for you, however this manifest group number 4, it's meant to be. So don't fight it, embrace it, find that partner, talk to them, come up with a plan, meditate, whatever it takes for you. But definitely it's going to be a really, really, really good thing. So I hope you have fun with it. If this resonated with you, definitely leave us a comment down below. Is this have you already started your awakening? Is there something, some message, some pattern that you're already embracing? Let us know in the comments down below. We love hearing from everybody.
And if there's any way that we can help with that,
yeah,
feel free to hit us up for that too.
Yeah, definitely leave a comment because it helps with like the whole Facebook algorithms. But please reach out to us on the channel as well. We'll also have our emails and everything under the description box down below. So please feel free to reach out to us. Like, we love to answer any of those types of questions that you may have, especially on your spiritual path. So we're here for you. Cool. All right. Make sure you do all the YouTube things. Like, share, subscribe, hit that post bell notification so you can get the next video. But we've had a lot of fun hanging out with you. Group number 4. Have a good rest of your day.